times fly.
When you're hanging out with fun people, random stuff just happens. 6 minutes later, I kicked out of the wave like 4 kilometers down the beach. I was freaking shocked. Like, how is it possible to have a wave that runs so far? I mean, look at this. Supreme team.
I landed with my boots.
Shout out to the foresters.
Everything just surf.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Welcome to the Good Times Pod, presented to you by Lapoint Surf Camps. I'm John Jacobson. Today we're here with 4 times world SUP champion, self-proclaimed adventure addict, and waterman rockstar Casper Steinfath. Welcome. Good
Thank you very much, John.
Hey, this morning I watched a teaser for the Skagerrak movie. And that last part when you are paddling into the sunset, talking about personal goals and your legacy, I had goosebumps all over my body.
I'm happy to hear that.
Please, can you tell us about that project?
Skagerrak it's a story I could talk a lot about. We've made a film about it now that follows, the first attempt that was a disaster, and then the learning towards the second attempt, and what does it take in life to overcome big obstacles, whether it be an ocean or anything. Wow. So you should check it out at some point.
I definitely will, and we're gonna leave the link in the description. That looks, it looked like an inspiring movie to watch, and congratulations on getting there.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your season so far?
My season so far is it's exciting. There's a lot of action, and coming here to Portugal as well for a week has been maybe what I would call like a nice escape from a hectic life. Yeah. Because normally I travel like 9 months a year on tour and competing and stuff. And this, sometimes we need to take a breath as well and, do what we want to do just to make ourselves happy. And like surfing with my friends in good waves makes me really happy.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that. Thomas, could you pull up a few photos for us, please? We can have a look at what you've been up to. I really like this photo. You have some flair in your cutback there.
Coming here this week and working with some of the coaches here at Lapoint as well. Yeah. It actually got me back into surfing in a way where now, like seeing this photo, like I see all my hands are weird and stuff that I want to work on my style. But it's cool to be back in the water. Yeah. I posted this photo on Instagram yesterday, the one with Ollie, or the one on the board here, and I told happy to be back on my shortboard, and Oliver just went off on a rant at me like, dude, you borrowed my board, you can't play it again.
I saw that actually. Here he is getting back at you in one way, spraying you at some pool surfing.
We had a really cool, random, stuff just happens. When you're hanging out with fun people, random stuff just happens, and all of a sudden we're doing this pool surfing competition.
Cool. A few of the other peeps from the week, Goni and Marlon.
2 pro surfers that are. This was the first time I met Goni and Marlon. These 2 guys, they're the most hilarious team. Look at this supreme team right here. We had such a blast going, out of our element, and that's almost the most fun thing I feel when you have a cool group of people. Is like if everyone's used to being in the water, take them somewhere else. And then it's kind of like I felt I was on this school trip, back in 6th grade or something, and everyone's just running around, laughing and having a good time. We had another session yesterday in the bowl, in the skate bowl. Yeah. And I learned to, Oliver taught me to skate a bowl 2 days ago. Okay. I'm by no means a skateboarder really, because I remember as a kid I fell and twisted my foot and just it didn't interest me. But then Oliver kind of got me into it the other day, and all of a sudden we're doing this snake in the bowl. We got 7 people going in a big line. And I was so stoked to be part of it because we had Oliver, who's accomplished pro surfer. You had Robin from Denmark, who's a world class wakeboarder, and the snowboarders, and such a cool dynamic of people just having fun with a board under their feet.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm really glad you feel that way or appreciate the ability to, all of you, like you said, from different backgrounds, to come together around surfing and the good times at the camp. That's really cool to see. Speaking of coolness, I've had a bit of a sneak into your Instagram account. There's a couple of photos there I'd really like to learn more about.
Yeah.
And this first one has just been a dream destination for me ever since I started surfing.
Oh yeah.
And I see you have an episode on your vlog from there, and here you are, I guess, soaking in the moment. Can you tell us a little bit about this trip, where we are?
Well, this trip happened this winter, and it was a project I did with Red Bull, where I went to Chicama in Peru. And Chicama is considered to be one of, if not the longest wave on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, on a good day, it breaks from way out there on the top of the point, and like 4 or 5 kilometers down, it's just this amazing left. And Chicama is one of those waves in the world where it's too good to be true. Like, you think this has got to be like it's a big wave machine or something. I'm definitely going back there again. We did, actually, the project in Chicama was a project with Red Bull to see how far one could catch a wave. So I brought a hydrofoil with me. You know, hydrofoils, which is the new style of surfing that Kai Lenny has brought into the world.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I caught a wave from the top of the point out there. And then Nicholas, my friend and photographer, he was filming it with a drone the whole way. 6 minutes later, I kicked out of the wave like 4 kilometers down the beach. I was freaking shocked. Like, how is it possible to have a wave that runs so far? It still just blows my mind. Like, I kicked out and literally was like, I had to pinch myself. Like, am I alive? Is this a dream? So yeah, I love that spot.
Speaking of foiling, there's a few other shots there. If you could take us there, Thomas. I've never seen that done before, and on the next one as well, you can really see how you're going along. Where is this? It looks cold.
This is cold. And it's right in front of my house back home in Denmark, in Klitmøller. Some people call it cold Hawaii.
They do.
Like, this is just like an average day back home this winter, where we did a series of shots where I wanted to portray, you know, just I really show the foil, because you can see here the wing is in the water, and then you have this mast connected to the board. And the sensation of hydrofoiling is that it's like you're flying. Like, if you've snowboarded as well, right?
Yeah.
It's like, imagine deep powder, where you're just like gliding through this amazing element, and it's like a warm knife through butter. And it's just it's this sensation of, like, feels like I'm learning to surf again. Like, that adrenaline, the excitement. Plus, I think for me, foiling lets me go out in conditions that I normally never would surf. Like, if the waves are too small to surf, it's still perfect for the hydrofoil.
Yesterday, you were part of a beach cleanup here at the camp in Portugal, helping to, I guess, reduce, obviously, plastic waste on the beaches. And as a water lover, ocean crosser, I'm sure you're concerned with ocean preservation as well. Now, what things do you do to help reduce your footprint, and how can you encourage others to sort of follow your example?
Aware not just of what I use, like in terms of using plastic, I try to reduce the amount of plastic I consume.
Yeah.
And then also, I think the simple thing we all can do is like we did yesterday. Hey, when you're at the beach anyway, after a session, and you see that piece of plastic laying over there, grab it. It's going to take you 2 seconds to do it. And, you know, I think that's one of the things you got to look at is we are a lot of people in the ocean surfing, and not like, it might not be our fault directly that this trash is floating around, but we have the ability. We have 2 hands, and we can do a lot with hands. So that's what I'm doing, at least. It's in our hands.
Great. We have this little segment called the Crystal Ball. I will activate the magic here for you. If you want to hold that for a second and just tell us what's to come in your near future, and a little bit about, be careful there, bro. You might see things you're not prepared for.
I might not be ready.
What's in your near future, and what do you hope to make of it, please?
Well, looking into the crystal ball, I see a lot of colors. I see a lot of events coming up for me in my life.
Yeah.
It's funny, there's 3 different colors here. There's obviously the competitor Casper, who's focused on winning a 5th world title. I love kicking those Hawaiians and Australians' ass.
It's a beautiful thing.
Second, like I think I'm really excited about hosting events. Like this event I'm doing to give something experience for other people, and like whether it's educational performances. Like I'm going around to schools right now.
Okay.
Like high school students and even younger students, talking about, you know, challenges in life and being able to fail. So that's one thing I'm really focused on as well, is, you know, talking and educating people about we as humans, we can do so much more than we might think we're capable of.
How do you, and if I may just made me curious, how do you, I guess, teach someone or the youth that it's okay to fail?
Well, it's a tough topic, but like we live in a society right now where, you know, it's a performance-driven society. Like whether it's getting grades in school or delivering a killer report at business, or like doing a successful campaign.
Crossing the ocean.
Well, that's how I can relate to it, because by crossing Skagerrak to Norway, or attempting to cross it and failing, that's the story I can bring with me. And like I think I can put it in a perspective where kids and adults can understand that it's okay to fail. Failing is just a part of learning. And if you never like experience failure in life, something's wrong. Like you gotta be okay. Like when I failed on my first attempt to Norway, I had 2 options. I could have taken the whole experience and like put it down into a drawer, locked it, and never opened it again, and just say like, I'm not gonna look at it. But instead I chose to look at the failure and see, what did I do wrong? Like maybe it's not so good if I've never paddled in the dark before to do it first time when I'm crossing an ocean. Small things. So like that's how I can put it into perspective. Like I want to progress my skills across many different disciplines. Like I've been focused mostly on stand-up paddling, but I want to get better at surfing. I want to increase my surf level. Like surfing with Oliver this week was epic for that. I want to get better at kite surfing as well, which was epic to go kiting with Teresa, my Red Bull teammate, the other day.
Yeah.
You know, watching people that are just excellent at what they do, like they're masters at their craft. And then I want to hang out with Kaileni and improve my hydrofoil skills. So that's kind of the agenda on like my performance front. I want to like reach new levels and, you know, continue to grow as a human as well. A human just as much as an athlete. And, where that takes me, we'll see. But if there's passion involved, usually it's pretty fun.
Exciting. And I'm excited to follow that journey. We're going to put up the more info about Casper, his social accounts and vlog in the description. Yeah, it'll be very exciting to see where you can take it, Casper. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to everyone at home for watching. Until next time, let the good times flow.
Good times. Rock and roll.
Good on you, man.
Great.
That was cool.